Good evening, everyone, and Ken Daddy, hello. Welcome to London by Gaslight, a late Victorian age vampire the Masquerade chronicle set in 1892. Awakening for the night in the city of London this week is Inspector Gray from the Clan of the Hunt, portrayed by Nosgavian. Please do a rouse check to waken from your torpor slumber. Wonderful. I nearly said, please do a rouse check to waken from your OnlyFans state, and I was like, no, that's not actually right. Thurston of the Nosferatu, portrayed by Nitro Typad. Please do a rouse check to waken from your torpor state. Gain a hunger. Aldrich of the Clan of Shapers, portrayed by Bully from Tablegoth. Please do a rouse check to waken from your torpor state. Gain a hunger. Alistair from the Clan of the Moon, portrayed by Tina. Please do a rouse check to waken from your torpor slumber. You also gain a hunger. Most of you are hungry tonight. It's going to be interesting. We start this week across the city in the Malkavian Primogen's house. Alistair has travelled to the West End after receiving a telegram requesting his presence to meet with the Malkavian Primogen. He is escorted through a large, expensive house, set up a winding and wide stairs, and across a landing with portraits and even the occasional photograph hanging on the walls as they reach the end of the landing. The grand double-varnished doors are open for him, and he is gestured to go into the large room. The large wooden room has grand portraits of a stately-looking man through the years. Each one has the same label underneath it, Aristotle de Laurent. A phonograph plays the song Riding Through the Glen. Next to it, against the back wall in the centre, is a four-poster bed with its curtains drawn all around it. A strange symbol, in the shape of a cross filled with various occult symbols, and all seem strangely unfamiliar to Alistair, are adorned on each curtain. Candlelight provides a silhouette gaze behind the curtains, as Alistair makes out the figure of a man propped up by pillows. Alistair can see the outline of a large unkempt beard and spectacles on the man's face. The man weakly talks as Alistair approaches. Latina locotus.
I'll curtsy like Thurston does out of.
Pietate. Do not come closer, child. I am old. Some nights are harder than others. Tonight is a better night. I want your report. How did your quest go?
I don't want to do it because it'll take too long, but I'll skip around and start talking because I have no idea what he's talking about. So I'll tell the story of the carnival when the fairy disappeared.
That was the wrong story to tell. It is my apology to make, but it is the wrong order. I have to tell you what I need you to find first, and then you come back to me.
If that makes sense.
One of our kin, Dr. Timothy, came to see me some time ago with an interesting proposal. He wished to unlock the alchemical secrets of the blood, for our clan to learn blood sorcery, the Tremere's most coveted secret, and to spread it among us all, so that we may take our place as a superior and well-respected clan. Can you imagine an entire cabal of insightful and prophetic practitioners? Considerable innovation. He was given leave to infiltrate and acquire one of the Tremere's chantries in the city. It was thought to be fairly safe from reprisal. The Tremere are already shamed, and to admit that they have lost control of an entire chantry would not be tolerated, even by the Seneschal. We have, however, lost contact with Dr. Timothy, and since the Seneschal has decreed that any other kindred outside of the Tremere or the Assamites learning blood sorcery would break the first tradition, we need this mess cleaned up else we may all face eradication. This task should not be done alone. Take your coterie with you. You will face bizarre challenges. When you find Dr. Timothy, assess what is going on with his Chantry. Dr. Timothy must survive and be brought to a safe house. Anyone or anything else you encounter is fair to be annihilated. Begin your search with what Dr. Timothy calls the Sullied Woman. A kind named Margaret or Mary. She will likely be in a poorhouse in the East End on Commercial Road, maybe working the streets. Now go. I must rest.
I hesitate and curtsy again and turn around and walk away. Trying to repeat.
Sorry.
Just repeating what he said, but in the wrong order.
Alistair leaves the room and is escorted silently out of the mansion by someone clearly immortal, but seems mesmerized. The sound of their footsteps and Alistair humming fills the otherwise silent building. He is shown out onto the streets of London and begins to make his way across the city. As he rounds a corner, he hears the familiar voice of Serena from a dark alley. He walks down, making sure he is not seen, and approaches the hooded and cloaked visage of Serena. The odd flicker of gaslight from the street lights sometimes dances over her face, exposing her chin and lower jaw. Alistair is fleetingly reminded of those poor souls afflicted with flossy jaw. Alistair! I have missed your lifeless face. You're looking closer to death than I've ever seen you. Death certainly becomes you.
I'm sorry, I didn't put on my makeup for it. I didn't know I'd...
She takes a bony hand, with finger bones jutting out of the flesh, and starts stroking your cheek with it. The family mostly wanted to remind you that we still have our boon for you to assist you in your exodus of the Tower of London. But I just wanted to see you. I missed your soulless husk. I was starting to forget what your face looked like.
I could get somebody to paint you a picture of me.
That would be most kind. I would appreciate that. Could you perhaps weave some of your own vitae into the paint?
It's a really... Yeah.
How intimate.
Yeah. I'll ask Aldrich about that.
I hope you keep safe, and you keep hold of that deathly power. It's highly attractive.
Hey, this might be rude, but if you, I don't know, wanted your job back, I could probably ask Aldrich.
Sweet child, make inquiries for me. I would be most appreciative of it.
Maybe we could get like I don't know. I've been thinking about this, and it would be cool if Aldrich would be able to use his abilities to make fake limbs for people.
Shocking, drastic experiment. I love it. Would he need the victims to be alive?
I don't think he cares. We could probably just use dogs. He seems to be fond of dogs.
Aren't we all?
I don't
But
know
for
if
now,
they need to do.
for now, I bid you a good night. She takes the back of her knuckles and drags the bones along your cheeks, turns on her heels, and for a brief moment you can almost make out a smile, or something as close to a smile as a skeleton could make. She slowly turns to a light mist that seems to be carried off by the wind to the east.
really...
Slightly later in the city, in the Whitechapel house, within the coteries' demonic meeting room, they have gathered together to discuss their recent findings on who is committing the Amaranth murders across the city. They have assembled with their specially dedicated meeting room and all taken a seat. Even Alistair, who made use of one of the new Hackney service cabs, has arrived.
Hi.
Greetings, Alistair. How are you doing this fine night?
Busy.
Yes,
Is
we
he
were
doing
just
what?
What? Busy doing what?
Right, yeah.
Oh, I got called to...
You cut out
heard.
there.
I got called to the Primogens.
Which, your Primogen? Your clan's Primogen?
Yeah. Yeah.
What for?
He wants us to do something.
Oh, we're not in trouble? Alright. Wait, what do they want us to do?
I look around. Are we alone? Like as alone as we can be? Like no anything around?
we're in the demon house.
I think he wants us to break into a Tremere Chantry.
Alright.
But first we have to go meet a prostitute.
Does this lady of the night carry the keys to the Tremere Chantry, or is she a regular or something of the sort?
Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention that hard. But apparently we asked this guy to help us. Something about they were going to teach us how to do blood sorcery. In my honest opinion, that's stupid. I wouldn't trust me with that.
I assume we're breaking into the Chantry to learn the blood sorcery, not finding the prostitute teach us the blood sorcery. I'm sorry.
I think the prostitute's going to help us break in to find the person that was our contact.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Alright, Inspector, you're the resident expert on how things work politically, right? Is it normal for us to take sides with one clan over another? Oh, I guess in this case, the Tremere, they're not in an official capacity, are they?
Right. I'm not well versed in the politics, but I do know some, and generally it is not. We are to respect the domains of other clans, and we're not to intrude on them. However, Tremere can barely be called a clan. I mean, they are usurpers, and they've stolen their gift. Therefore, I doubt they have much protection. At least, I don't think they do.
Oh,
And
he said something about the Seneschal saying that nobody else other than, I guess, you guys in the Tremere are allowed to do blood sorcery. So we need to be sneaky. We're all supposed to keep this guy alive. I look over at Thurston. So no killing him, please.
There's a guy now, first a prostitute, then how many people do we have to deal with?
2, pay attention. The prostitute's going to help us find the guy.
In the
the
Tremere.
guy is in the Chantry.
Yeah, apparently he lost control of it or something crazy.
That sounds like a
Did you know they've replaced the curtains inside of that the building, the Primogen building? It's really weird.
Alright. Seems quite dangerous, and I do not like.
That's
I
just
assume
Alistair
only
thing.
Alistair heard there?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of magic or any of that supernatural mumbo jumbo. Right, so I have no problem.
Her name's
messing-
Margaret. I interrupt you.
Whose?
Sorry, it's all coming back to me a little bit. It's hard. I was really distracted. The curtains are really weird in there.
Well,
Her name's
considering
Margaret.
we have to,
The
we have to
prostitute's
deal with-
Margaret.
yeah, I was going to say, considering we have to deal with a guy and a prostitute, I doubt we're going to meet a guy named Margaret.
Be a really good secret name, though. Nobody would suspect a guy named Margaret.
True.
Also, that's kind of a Tremere thing, it sounds like.
I realize the more questions I ask, the further I might get from answers. So, Alistair, perhaps you should just lead the way on this particular outing as we go to seek the prostitute, the man, and the wardrobe.
Okay, we're going to go to Commercial Road and look for the sullied woman.
All right, lead the way.
Alistair, were you told she was a prostitute, or do you assume she's a prostitute, given the description?
The word wasn't used, but the description pretty much described it.
Okay, I have a feeling this isn't a prostitute.
And you said the solid woman. It should be. I feel like that's not something you call someone to the face. Perhaps we should avoid
I
that
think
moniker.
that's what they call her. I'm not really sure.
We could
I've
just
never
call
met her in
Rude.
person, and I didn't really ask for the backstory.
We could just simply call her Margaret. That's what names it for.
It's a good start.
Wait, how do we look? What if there's all kinds of Margarets, though? Maybe that's like her thing.
You look for the solid woman and you refer to her as Margaret.
Not to.
Right, but what if we ask for Margaret and they go, which one?
We should trust Thurston when it comes to dealing with members of the opposite sex.
Yes,
knows a
Thurston's
thing or
quite
two.
versed.
He's the only one here with a steady girlfriend. Actually, no, Inspector, you're straight up married, but I'm not sure that
Oh.
right now is the best example of a relationship we should be pursuing.
That
Yes,
reminds
I
me.
suppose Inezka and I have a bit of a rough patch, you could say.
Have you gotten her
reminds
to
me,
stop
Serena
murdering
stopped me in
people?
an alley.
I will need to speak with her, but I haven't gotten any reports as of yet. I believe she's behaving. Or at least I haven't found out about any incident. Speaking of which, I don't mean to delay our machinations for the night, but I'm quite parched. Is anyone else thirsty?
Yeah, that can wait. Serena said that they wanted to remind us that they're still going to help us with the White Tower.
Oh, good.
What are we doing there again?
I still don't remember.
We are robbing it of a very particular item for Valerius, right? Is that the tower I'm thinking of?
Isn't he on a list?
He is.
Is
But,
this a good idea still?
We have not done something I would consider a good idea in quite some time. But yeah, here we are, and we're better for it. I'm also thirsty, Inspector. Let us get something to quench that thirst.
As the Chantry travels through the streets of London, Inspector Gray is staring out of the window, watching the busy streets as he catches sight of Inezka chasing down one of the many alleyways that cut through the city, seemingly chasing after someone once more.
That rascal.
Oh, damn it all. Aldrich, I worry I may have to have a discussion with you tonight. Let's go.
I look forward to it.
You going onwards towards the opium den? Would you
Yep.
like to chase an escanoe? Okay. Aldrich's carriage arrives outside the familiar site of his opium den. Is it just Aldrich and Inspector Grey going in, or would everyone like to go in?
I'll go in.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to feed, but...
Person?
If everyone's going in, I guess I'll join.
The Chantry and Kendu walk into the opium den and are greeted by the staff member on the reception desk. They are taken back to his own VIP area. The usual for you, sir.
Yes, please.
And your companions?
I would prefer someone who is not on anything, under no medication, if that's okay with you.
Of course.
Boring, but doable.
I look at Aldrich. Can I have what you're having?
Yeah, of course. It might do you some good. I've been meaning to talk to you about maybe getting some sort of medication. Alright, let's see how it works for you.
Well, considering
Are
what
you doing
he's
the-
having,
Are you
And
doing
I
coke?
point-
Are you doing coke or are you doing opium?
I'll be doing opium tonight.
Okay.
I'm not
Um,
letting Alistair to go.
it's a missed opportunity. Considering what he's having, pointing at Alistair, I think I'll be fine for this evening.
Man gives a slight bow to Aldrich and disappears. Is there anything you wish to discuss in the interim? Or would you like your meals to just arrive?
Let's eat.
Man arrives with 3 people in tow. They each sit next to their respective questers. Who would like to go first?
Sure, I'll go ahead and lead.
Your feeding roll for me, please, Inspector Grey. Wonderful. Inspector Grey nuzzles into his prey, lulling them into a false sense of security, as they expect to be wooed, kissed, and adored, and instead Inspector Grey bares his fangs, sinking them deep into the man's flesh, and feasting upon the vitae inside. He leans back into his chair and lets out a pleasurable sigh. You may slake to hunger. Who's next?
I'll go next. It's fine.
Okay. Do your feeding roll for me, please, Alistair. And
3.
you're having someone on opium, was it tonight?
I guess whatever Aldrich's doing.
That's what Aldrich's doing tonight.
Spice it up a little bit.
Alistair simply grabs his prey by the back of their hair, pulls as they're looking at the ceiling. They do not fight as they're used to being treated, far worse than this. As Alistair pushes his chair out from underneath the table and sinks his fangs directly into the flesh of his victim. You may slake 2 hunger, and you subtract 2 dice from all physical dice pools for the night. Difficulties to resist or control frenzy are decreased by 1.
This is perfect for me. I don't do anything physical.
It's true.
Telling
That's
you,
true.
he needs opium.
Aldrich, would you care to do your feeding roll, please?
Yes.
Fine. Would you care to drain, or just a little taste?
I'm gonna go for 3 and send this person off for medical attention if possible.
Absolutely A-okay. Aldrich extends his own fangs into the delirious kine. He waits slightly longer than the others, and they notice how pale this man becomes. Aldrich wills himself to stop just in time as the man falls to the floor unconscious. You were having opium, which is not your intended high-functioning addict, correct?
Do what?
Opium isn't your high-functioning addict merit, correct?
It is.
Oh, it is.
Cocaine is not.
Ah, right. In that case, you may add 1 dice pool to any category or pool that you so choose. And slake 3 hunger.
Done.
What would you all like to do next?
All right, Alistair, you are in charge from here on out. How are you feeling?
Like I shouldn't lead.
Perfect. Means your
But,
brain is working correctly.
Let's go that way, and I'll start walking the other way.
Alistair will follow. Alistair Aldrich.
Heading into Aldrich's carriage, or would you like to walk?
No,
There are
I would like to
kids
go to the
that way.
carriage, but I start walking, and I'm hoping somebody stops me.
Okay.
I don't know where we're going, so if
He
it
has
seems like it's a
mentioned-
walking distance because he's walking, he'll
Well, he
follow
has mentioned
I'm a
along.
that
little
it's
more
commercial
suave right
road.
now, too.
And you're in
I
West
got kind
End,
of
that is across the
swagger.
city.
That's right. No, Aldrich will mention. The location we're heading to is across the city, right? You're even though you are in charge, we are welcome to use the carriage if you would like.
Oh, thank you. I forgot.
I'll do it.
The coterie assemble inside of the carriage, and it makes its way across the city. The coterie's horse and carriage cautiously arrive on Commercial Road, among the hustle and bustle of a large, busy area. Men, women, and children move around. Most of them don't even have enough money for a standing spot in a poor house. The coterie exit the carriage and decide their best course of action to track down Margaret or Mary.
Where do you think this individual would be at, Alistair?
I have no idea. I don't even know like what she does. That's why I think it's a bad idea just to ask for Margaret. I figure if somebody's got a name, it's probably better to ask. You know, like if Thurston's name was Steve, but they called him Slippery Steve, you'd probably ask for Slippery Steve instead of just Steve, because if you just ask for Steve, they might think you're talking about Steve at the bar, not Slippery Steve.
Do you think we weren't given any sort of family name for this individual, were we? She's not a Thatcher or anything like that.
Well, I think Thurston had it right. Well, we ask for the Sullied Woman, and then once we find the Sullied Woman, we switch to Margaret.
I thought Thurston didn't want to ask for the Sullied Woman. He said ask for Margaret.
And I said, look for the Southern woman.
I mean, that's what I said.
We're all in agreement then. Let's ask for the Sullied Woman.
Who would you like to ask?
I will find the closest child
Yep. It's not a problem.
and go up and can I ask you a question?
Hello, mister. Yeah. What's up?
You ever heard of the Solid Woman?
The Sullied Woman? What does sullied mean?
I just kind of gesture around.
Oh,
dirty.
right. Gotcha. Well, I personally ain't heard of no one called the Sullied Woman. Maybe it's because I ain't eaten for a couple of days. Brain ain't working so right, mister.
Is there any place with food around?
Yeah, I mean, there's market stalls all around.
I'm gonna hand Alistair a few dollars. Right, use this.
Do you want me to buy you food, or do you just want me to give you this? And I hold out the money.
Not all of it,
What
but
are they? They look like foreign coin.
I look at him.
Don't
What do you
use
want to eat?
dollars here.
that's Aldrich slang for wobbly bits or whatever you Brits use.
A pence?
The pence or pounds or something like
Pence
that.
a pound or sterling or quid.
Back then, it's probably mostly pences.
6 shillings, and farthings.
Yeah.
A stone of pence.
Well, yeah, sure. A sullied woman, eh? Dirty
Maybe
woman.
goes by the name of Margaret.
Have you tried the pubs? There's the Duck and Egg just down the road.
I look at Aldrich. Why did we think of that?
Yes, let's go to this egg establishment.
I hand the money to the kid. Thank you. Don't buy any alcohol with that.
What you doing?
Alistair, do wits and awareness for me, please.
Two.
That's absolutely fine. And you'll notice that the child has attempted to try and pickpocket you, but finds that your pockets are basically empty of anything of value.
You're not really my type. You shouldn't try to grab that.
Do anything for a shilling, I will, mister.
I will. Will I do anything? I'm going to submerge directive the kid.
Mm-hmm. That's free action, because unprepared mortal.
And tell him he's going to go find... he is going... When he sees a woman in distress, he will go up and offer to buy her food with the money he has in his hand.
Small urchin child looks up at you, drool starting to fall off his bottom lip, and then runs off into the crowd of people as you make your way in the opposite direction.
I pat him on the head as he runs, and I look at Aldrich. Manners.
Yeah, that. Right. All right. Next step, the egg place. You said.
Bar?
Or at the pub, the Duck and Egg.
The coterie travel over to the Duck and Egg pub, a foul place. The buildings are grimy and the streets are covered in filth. The pub's revelries leak out through the thin candlelit windows, and as the coterie approach the pub, they can see already the gathering of people from the lower walks of life, huddling together for the night, seeking shelter and to drink to forget their dreary, meagre existence. The coterie cautiously attempt to enter the pub, and just as they are about to cross the threshold, a couple stumble out. The man and woman stumble down the street and make a swift turn down a nearby alley. The coterie proceed one by one into the pub, with Aldrich holding onto the door to allow everyone to enter inside first. The pub is extremely busy, with most people standing, as there just simply isn't a table free. As they stand there trying to find their own niche, the barman shouts at them across the room, "Either buy a bloody drink each or get out! This ain't a poorhouse!"
Is he talking to us?
Yes, Alistair.
Right,
Yes, customers.
I'll buy us around. Let's ask about this woman. Yeah, go up to the bar and do just that.
What's your poison?
Just a pint of whatever's good. 4 of them.
4 pints. Brings up 3 glasses. 4th one he stops, looks at, notices it's a bit dirty. Spits inside of it, and cleans the inside with a rag before filling it with beer. There you are.
I'll take that one.
3 shillings. 3 shillings? Fucking hell. That's expensive. A shilling.
I'll give him 2.
Nice.
While they're talking to the barman, can I look around the crowd to see if I see a woman that could be defined as sullied?
1.
True.
As I'm ordering the drinks, I'm gonna gesture over to Thurston, the bartender. Look, Roy, it's my mate's big day for him. We're hoping to celebrate, but you got to look at him. We're looking for a very adventurous woman to help us celebrate. I've heard rumors of someone called the Sullied Woman, and she sounds like just what we need.
Which one's your mate?
Gesture to Thurston.
Jesus.
Right.
Well,
I'm just looking out into the crowd, completely oblivious to what's going on.
well, I know one woman who's might take the gig. Her name's Margaret. At the moment, she's over there, talking with John. His wife is probably working the streets herself, while he spends it here on booze and other women.
That's very helpful. Thank you.
Well, there you go, Gov.
You enjoy. All right, I'll head towards the others. Oh, I found our mark, and I'll gesture over where Margaret is. That should be her.
And she's supposed to be aware of this individual meeting?
Maybe.
Perhaps we need to take her aside and speak in private?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't talk about it in here.
Right,
Yes,
of course.
You know what? No, Aldrich, remind me to buy Alistair a notebook. Some sort of parchment to write things down on.
I don't want a notebook. I can't read.
But can you write?
Yeah, but I don't need a notebook for that.
Well, there you
I
have
see
it.
pen and paper.
Perhaps, if Thurston did get you a notebook, you could write in the notebook and then Thurston could read the notebook.
What would I write? I'm not good at telling stories.
I don't want to know what Alistair would do with a notebook. We're fine. Our system's working as it is. Doesn't need any sharp objects to play with.
Very well.
All right, to Margaret. She is a working woman, from what I understand. So we could hire her to get her in private, and then question her about this Tremere business. That sound good?
Oh, I'll go up to Aldrich here. His name's Dr. Timothy.
All right.
Little information trickling from everywhere.
I'll talk to her. I'll take the lead here. Yes, I will approach Margaret and the other guy.
Throw me a bone. Which one do you want to talk to first?
Margaret.
Right. Can't bring myself to talk like that. I'll just... Hiya! Do you mind? Just trying to do a little business here.
Right. First of all, but feel comfortable to speak however you would naturally were about to speak. I want you to be completely yourself around me. Second of all, I'm here to help you with said business. I believe I can likely pay much more than this bloke.
You're a posh one, are you?
Right, you could say that. I have a lot of money, but not a lot of time, so if we could proceed.
John, get out of here. So, go on, tell me about this money.
I'll flash a impressive amount of money, and say,
Oh, that is an
is
impressive
this-
amount of money.
right. So can we go somewhere where perhaps I can spend this? I assume you
think
have
so.
somewhere more secluded.
I mean, for that amount of money, do you want me to keep the false teeth in or out?
Just keep them in. That's perfectly fine.
Oh, you like a bit of teeth, do you? All right.
Please, after you.
Oh, and he posh, and he posh. She will start walking towards the exit.
I will follow, assuming the others do the same.
Mm-hmm.
I walk up. Hi, I'm Alistair.
Good for you. You're a bit busy. Got a right toff here. He's got way too much money, not enough sense. And he's probably got a pecker like that big. So this is going to be an easy one. If you want to talk to me in like 5 minutes, right? It's probably all. It doesn't take long for these posh ones.
No, we're going with.
I'm sure you have a massive penis in real life.
No, we're going with you.
I mean, I'm game for that. He's got the money. Do all of you want me to keep my teeth in?
Well, they will be observers. All right, we can discuss everything once we get somewhere more discreet. I don't like talking about business out
Oh,
in the
you
open.
are
Please.
one of those dirty ones. Oh, right. It's going to be extra, though.
I'm good for it.
Yeah, I bet you are. I'm sorry to any late 19th century prostitutes that are watching this. And she
I'm
leaves
Perhaps.
about-
asleep by now.
The carriage would be a good place to discuss. Or
Right, let's just head to the carriage.
Oh, we've got his own carriage and everything. Oh. Right, saucy. And I would assume that you'll be leading her into the carriage and she'll just be in awe of it. Oh, I've always wondered what it looks like inside one of these things. Look at this. Curtains and drapes and a very wide seat.
What was the name again, Alistair? Dr. Timothy?
Yeah. You know a Dr. Timothy?
I do. I mean, what, does he want to join in and watch or something? He is a weird one, that one. Real weird.
Weird how? What do you mean?
I mean, like all you posh lot, you're all into some real weird shit. And she gives you a little wink. God, I'm turning into her. She gives you a little wink at that. But honestly, I'm really suspicious of him. I'm trying to avoid him now. He's weird, though. Not like you, not kinky weird. Scary weird. Most men I encounter, yeah, sure, they're odd. But Timothy ain't like that. He's almost like an animal sometimes, I swear. I've seen him with sharp teeth. Look, I'll tell you what. You talk to him. Do what you want with him, but make sure he goes nowhere near me, okay?
Do you know where we could find him, actually?
He's probably at Bedlam Asylum. If he ain't around here trying to sniff me or some other poor girl out. You'll need to get into the deep wards, though. That ain't somewhere they allow most people in. But you all seem a pretty capable bunch, so that ain't going to be a problem for you. Talking of capable bunch, we doing this?
What are we doing?
I'll give her some money. And get the fuck out of my carriage, please.
That is a sum of money, thank you, sir. And
Also, I'm gonna look at her. Well, Alistair, can you make sure she doesn't remember this conversation or that we asked around about Dr. Timothy?
Yeah. Hey, lady?
Yeah?
Hey, you were never
go
here.
On this as well?
A cast Cloud memory.
All three. I really wanted to get in the line. I'm just so relieved that I didn't have to have sex with that guy. His face looks worse than my fanny.
After I cast Cloud memory, I'll be like, thanks, it was great, and shut the door. While she stands there with money in her hand.
Yeah. And a carriage heads off very quickly.
What does she mean with teeth or no teeth?
I do believe all her teeth have fallen out and she has dentures. And she was querying whether or not we wished for her to leave the dentures in or remove them.
I call it a Galston Street gummy.
What does that matter?
How did she get back in here? Get out of here.
Sorry, I couldn't resist that one.
Alistair, luckily for you, in your current state, it does not matter.
What's that supposed to mean? I have a girlfriend, thank you. She came to see me.
Isn't she dead? A spirit?
No, she only
A
looks
spirit?
dead.
No, that's my ex. God, no. I killed her, remember? I look at Inspector Gray like,
Yes, Alistair?
Oh, I forgot you actually do have another girlfriend, a corpse woman.
I've never said that out loud, so I'm just waiting for your response.
Oh, I understand these things happen. It's a shame that you ended your girlfriend's life, but sometimes these things are unavoidable. Speaking of which, this conversation does not leave the carriage, but I believe I find myself in a similar situation as Alistair, our good friend Alistair here. As you've seen, Ineska does not care about discretion and is on the way to get herself killed. I fear we may
Kill that one.
I feel we may have to expedite her wish.
Oh, I'm so glad you said it, not us, because, to be honest, Inspector, it's much less paperwork.
I've given her a warning. I tried to impart the seriousness of the matter, and she cares not. I may need all of your assistance with.
Inspector, is this not your wife? A woman you loved and cared for, you chose to take a vow of matrimony for, and now she's gotten unruly and you are willing to execute her?
Inezka died. Inezka, my wife, died when her throat was slit by those damned men. Out of grief and hoping to bring her back, I embraced her, and it was a mistake. She's been resentful and angry of the embrace. She's lashed out. I believe she just wants to be freed from this mortal coil, and she's maintaining a self-destructive. I don't want to see her maintain that course of action.
We could always catch your house on fire and make it look like an accident.
She lives with us now, Alistair.
That's a really bad idea. I'm sorry I had it.
You don't feel like it is worth really trying to get through to her and make her understand her condition and come to terms with it. She did stick with you when you died, correct?
Correct, but I also didn't run around the streets in the middle of the night in front of people chasing people. She's got no care for the Masquerade.
In all fairness, though, I feel like it's your responsibility to teach her not to do that. You're just kind of with us.
Right, Inspector, you've seemed rather cold lately. I'm just checking in on you. Ever since I saw the way you handled those children who seemed to just be bothering you a bit, and you immediately started...
I've gotten a little better since then. I don't think I would try to ruthlessly snap a neck like that again. You have to understand, I was quite hungry at the time, and I just was in a not the right state of. I'm sure you can all.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, he deserved
It
it.
happens.
And he did steal from me as out.
Right. Alright, I'm just checking in on where we all are in our mental and moral states. Just good for me to know from time to time.
Surely, if Inezka came to us seeking help or wanting assistance or something, I would be more than happy, but countless times she's run out and caused trouble, and it's just becoming a risk. She killed your men. We saw her on the street, taking no heed for the Masquerade. It's a matter of time before she's caught, and then that will be on us.
I understand the practical reasons to do so. I just wanted to check in to see how you would take something like this. I don't want you spiraling, after something as tragic as losing a loved one.
Yes, I've lost her already.
Fair.
So what do we do? Stake her? Cut her head off?
We should just stake her, and I can get rid of the body. Or if you... Yeah, that's probably the best bet.
Stake her and drain her? I don't mean like thirsted. I'm just saying like, I don't know, hang her upside down and cut her neck open and drain all the blood out.
We might end up with our hands full if we do something like that. I believe that is how rights happen.
Yeah, I'll have my men. We'll separate her into manageable pieces and get rid of the evidence.
See, it is a good idea.
I definitely don't want to leave her trapped. I would prefer, if she cannot be reasoned with and she maintains this destructive path, I'd prefer to just release her from this embrace and let her move on to the next place Soul will go to. Let her move on rather than I prevented it initially, and that's my fault, my mistake, but perhaps we can write this and allow her to move on to the next place.
I would have done the same in your shoes, Inspector. Alright, well, that's some business for later then. For now, we need to get into an asylum.
Yes, I believe so.
Which our current lineup might be uniquely qualified for. I myself have, through some practice, been able to do a trick where some of the rest of you can do, where others cannot see or hear me. Can everyone here do that?
Yeah. You can actually be quiet.
Yeah. It's new for me. Inspector, can you do this as well?
Yes, I believe so. There shouldn't be much of an issue.
Alright, so we can all simply do so and stroll right in where we need to be.
Wow. I never thought about it. Evelyn's such a drag on the party.
She really is, isn't she?
Excessive sinning all the time.
Oh, not good at sneaking in places.
No. Good at making heads explode, though.
Very good.
I mean, I can do that. That's not hard.
Can you do it as consistently, though?
That is
Maybe.
not a challenge. We don't know. We'll find out later.
We have seen instances where her voice alone can, what's the word I'm looking for? Hinder an entire group. That's quite impressive.
I'm uncomfortable speaking about her when she's not here, to be honest. It makes me nervous. So,
I'm not. Let's continue.
Why did you install more ears on her?
no, but I don't know how these things work. I don't want her in my head. So, we arrive at the asylum. We all proceed. And we follow the directions to the deep ward, I believe it was. If he's a doctor, hopefully he has an office or something of the sort. If we cannot find it by simply looking around unseen, I can ask for someone to take us to him. Does that sound like a plan?
Yes, I believe we can infiltrate hidden. That should be wise.
Would they have like a book at reception or something with a schedule, if there is one, of who's in and who's not? Couldn't somebody sneak up there just to see if he's working?
Alright, we can do that first. Or maybe, I'll just ask. I'll go in, scene. I'll look for this book or ask where he is, and then the rest can follow. And also, if this isn't where the Tremere stay, right? This is just where he stays.
I don't know.
If someone could be on the lookout for weird magical traps and whatnot, we ran into things like that last time we walked into a Tremere's home.
Wait, is this the same asylum we were at before?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. You know what? Somebody might recognize you.
yes, we made quite the mess last time. Well, back to stealth it is. Let's see if we can't look at the books.
The coterie arrive outside the large black iron main gates of Bedlam Asylum and leave the carriage, stepping out onto the cobblestone road, and begin the long walk up the slabstone path to the asylum's entrance. Anything you wish to discuss before you go in? Or do?
Oh, Evan closed their eyes.
You think we're all going to
Obviously.
do unseen pass?
Good thing you stopped off for snacks on the way.
I think we all have to do a rouse check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're all getting far hungrier. The group arrive at the end of the path, making their way through the almost intimidating large wooden double doors, and enter into the familiar reception area. They find, standing behind a wooden counter on the back wall in the black and white tiled hall, is a mean-looking woman. A nurse with a face of thunder, standing there, patiently waiting for anyone to enter in or be of use to any doctors that wander through.
Great, we're all invisible. How do we communicate with each other?
I will
You could still whisper to each other.
have activated Silence of Death as well.
Yeah, same here.
I don't mind. I'll walk around the counter and look.
That's going to be a free action, because you're most definitely stealthed, invisible.
Yeah, I was like,
Not
I've actually got
making
stealth
noise.
dots too, in case he make me roll.
Yeah, you'd be alright just to look at the book. And you'll find that it's a guest book, people who have checked in, checked out, and the staff schedule. You'll see Dr. Timothy's name on there, and it's literally just assigned to deep wards.
Can those of us with Sense the Unseen see the others?
I think that's
I can roll for it if
opposed
you want me
roll.
to.
Yeah,
I mean, I have it too. I can roll for it.
I can't remember
Same.
what the roll is that you have to roll. So someone show me Sense the Unseen, please.
I'm specific. I'm asking for a specific reason. So
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, never mind. I do not have it.
So it's whoever's casting Sense the Unseen is wits and specs. Whoever is the opposee on that roll is wits and obfuscate.
I'll be looking for Aldrich.
Okay. And Aldrich, wits and obfuscate.
Yeah, I'm looking for a reason though.
So yeah, you'll both be able to see Aldrich sneaking around the hallway. Jazz.
I want to try to
don't be
use
suspicious.
telepathy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To talk to Aldrich and let him know that he is indeed here in the deep ward.
So just do the rouse check for me on that.
My other rouse, Younger Games.
Wonderful. And you may telepathize straight to Aldrich
in your head, you'll hear, hey, it's me. He's here in the deep ward.
You've not used that before, correct?
Nope. No, well.
Yeah. You've used it to read minds, but I don't think you've used it to talk to us yet that we know of. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Don't like that one bit.
Aldrich's gonna think that everyone can talk to him except for him. Because Evelyn's done this to him as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he'll stop in his tracks. You'll just see him slowly look around. He cannot see other people, though. Give an uncomfortable thumbs up. Guess start heading that way.
You will you will not see any sign for deep wards anywhere.
Hmm. What other people are around?
It's just the nurse on the front desk and yourselves.
Okay. He'll wait, and if he doesn't see any doors open or because he's not sure where to go from here. There's no obvious direction to the deep ward. And he'll go behind her and appear. Or he'll break obfuscate by sort of putting a hand on her and turning her to look at him.
Jesus
to
Christ!
Sneak up on you. Right, no, it's alright. Take me to Dr. Timothy. I would like to compel her.
That's free because unsuspecting mortal.
Yeah, she was unsuspecting.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ!
No, just Aldrich.
The nurse strides over to one of the many plants that are surreptitiously placed around the grand room, coming to a stop at one of the tall tropical plants next to a wall, reaches through the tall plant's leaves, and the coterie hear a large, heavy clunk. The nurse guides Aldrich to a small door that innocently rests on a back wall. If the coterie had not been shown personally what was behind the door, they may have mistaken it just for a simple closet. The door is opened by the nurse, and an iron elevator is revealed to the coterie. Would you all like to proceed in, or just Aldrich?
I'll follow.
Yeah, I'll go into.
They each head in, with only Aldrich being visible. She closes the iron shutter before them, and reassures Aldrich that if they ring the bell on the floor below, she will bring the elevator back up, and the elevator slowly descends down as her voice echoes in the shaft the coterie are trapped in. Is there anything you wish to discuss on your descent into the deep wards?
Is the nurse still with us?
No, she waited at the top.
I drop obfuscate and I'm like, sorry I talked in your head. I didn't really want to lose the thing.
You're muted. Aldrich, you're muted.
Aldrich is muted.
Aldrich is
I
using
would say
telepathy.
that is quite intrusive, but useful. I was not aware you could do that. So anytime you want, you can simply talk inside my head.
Yeah, but it was also in front of everybody. It was the same thing I used to look inside your head before.
Right. I full surprises, Alistair. Oh, lovely surprises.
Dropping obfuscate, you can do what now?
Oh, I can read your thoughts.
Oh, that's lovely.
It's okay. I don't care to hear what you have to think about.
That's so reassuring.
All right. Let's find Dr. Timothy. And what are we trying to get out of him? What was your instructions? We need to from him to learn where the Chantry is? Or your Primogen wants this person captured?
No, so he was going to help us learn blood sorcery, but I guess since the Seneschal said no, things went weird. And so we're supposed to rescue him and get him safe.
Oh,
We're
I
looking
see.
Thurston, don't kill him.
So he is to be charged to protect. I understand.
I mean, I already know a bit of blood sorcery, so I don't know what this man's going to be able to teach. But if we are tasked to rescue him, I guess we should.
Perhaps he could teach us a ritual or something like that. I myself know some blood sorcery.
I've got no use for something so silly. But guess let's go.
The elevator comes to a sudden halt as the sounds of metal upon stone echoes through the hallway. The corridor... Oh. I can't even read my own fucking notes. The coterie leave the lift and follow the purple line on the wall for the Wellington ward. The collective noise of their shoes hitting the hard marble floor and echoing down the beige painted walls. Eventually the coterie come to the end of the purple line with a sign hanging over the gangway, marking the area before them as the Wellington ward. Before the coterie are 4 iron doors, all fully sealed with a slide at the top. The only sounds they can hear are screams and pained moans of the various patients in the hospital.
I didn't do it.
I suppose I will move forward and I'll be kind of looking around, seeing if I can look for like a doctor or someone who looks like they might be the person we're looking for.
Completely empty, just these 4 doors.
We have to get through
on
these
the back wall.
gates first.
They're cells either side of the hallway.
Oh, okay.
And you're at
okay.
the end of the hallway. So we've got these 4 cells.
I'll look in the cells and see if I see anything.
You open the slider on each cell door and find a person on the inside of each cell. They look a bit worse for wear.
I go up to another door and slide it open, and I just go, Dr. Timothy?
Don't get a response.
I close it, I go to the next door, I slide it open. Dr. Timothy?
Still don't get it. It's going to be no response if your question
I
is
know,
Dr.
I know,
Timothy.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just
You're
I'm
not the
just gonna
Malkavian.
go around. Yeah. Well, I mean, we didn't have a description to go on for this guy, just a name, so I'm just gonna systematically do that.
I suppose I will proceed to the end of the hallway then.
This is the end of the hallway.
And I'm being clueless at the moment because I'm on opium. So until somebody says,
After like the 5th or 6th door,
There are 4 doors!
or after the 3rd door, sorry. Other than a name, is there anything else to go on?
"Oh, just ask for Dr. Timothy," I say out loud.
I did. To every single door. Well, except for the one that the inspector's at, but
Did you see anybody that looks like a doctor?
I don't think anybody in here would look like a doctor. At least on that side of the cell.
I go in the first door. Is there a patient in there?
Yes!
I go up to the patient. "Have you seen Dr. Timothy?"
Dr. Timothy. Yes.
"Okay, he's here." I turned to say everybody to everybody else. No, he's not here?
No, he's not here.
I look real confused. I look at Aldrich. I look at Thurston. I look back at the patient.
Patient looks back at you.
Have you seen Dr. Timothy today?
Have you seen Dr. Timothy today? What is today?
What's today?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday. No.
Are there any medical tools next to the bed they're on?
No.
I didn't know if you've been operating.
But you can ask.
No. I pat him on the head. I get real close to his face. Thank you.
Thank
and walk
you.
out of the room. Really hard talking to crazy people.
I know.
I guess I go do this again, and I walk into the other room.
Okay.
Hi, have you seen Dr. Timothy here today?
And you will hear another voice from the opposite side of the hallway speak in unison with this man as he says, "No, not today."
That's new.
Sometimes he
And
uses
unsettling.
burning needles. They're slowly inserted under our nails, and as the flesh burns and sizzles, we're asked to remove nails without touching them. Again, in unison with the hall, another person across the hall.
I slowly go over to the other cell that we're hearing the voice from, and just out of pure curiosity slide it open and look at the other person while Alistair talks
You'll
to
be
the other
greeted
one.
by a pair of eyes right at the slider.
Are you okay?
No, we're not. Again, everything this guy says is in unison with the guy across the hall.
That's fine, yeah. Can we help you?
I don't know. Can you help us?
I look at their hands. Do they have fingernails?
I have 3 fingernails.
Which 3?
Pick random fingers.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Hey, Inspector, can you go look into the 3rd one and see if that person's kind of the same? And I'll point down to the hand. See if they're all missing 2 fingernails.
I will go into one of the nearby rooms and I'll look in there and I'll take a look to see if they have all their fingers or fingernails or whatnot.
This one does not have any fingernails, and the wounds seem remarkably fresh.
Alistair, I do believe that this individual has no fingernails and his fingers look to be bleeding.
So wait, that means he's probably been here tonight.
No, I just wasn't allowed to heal.
Wait a second. I will use make sure I say the thing right. Scry the soul on the 3rd guy.
Let me scry the soul, please.
Rouse check here, rouse check there. So specifically looking to see if they are kindred and to kind of get their psyche. Are they under drugs or are they just straight up crazy?
Do intelligence and specs for me, please. Well, do the roll, scry the soul. Oh, I'm a poet, and I didn't even know it.
5.
Wonderful. So, you'll know that they are all kindred. They are nuts. Very familiar state to you, of course.
Yeah.
Very familiar state.
I nervously back up.
Well, you can still ask 3 questions if you so wish. In fact, I'll give you a third bit, so you can only ask 2. You'll get flashback memories. You'll hear the sound of screams. You'll see the visage of Dr. Timothy standing over this one, using a surgical knife to tear open his skin and giving the blood to others and asking them what they have learned. You'll constantly hear Dr. Timothy's voice asking what is going to happen tomorrow, and each time they're unable to answer, he uses a knife to remove a finger. And then you'll hear the patient's voice over and over again, saying he constantly talks about taking whoever is most successful to a Chantry in Regent's Park.
Is he trying to teach you all something, or?
He says whoever is successful goes on. Only one
I
Successful
believe
at what?
It's reading the future. You know, you can sometimes see things that will happen. It seems like he wants to see who among them is best at seeing what will happen.
He's torturing us.
Sometimes he just asks us questions. Not often.
Is he kindred as well?
Dr. Timothy?
Yes.
Yes.
Alistair, this is your clan. What would you like to do? Do you think your primogen would appreciate us rescuing them? Should we take them to him?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I'm not close to my clan. I mean, on one hand, this is what I do to other people. But what I was told was he was supposed to help us learn blood sorcery. This doesn't look like that.
Kill that one. You know you want to do it.
Who was I looking at when she says that?
The same one that Inspector Gray's looking at, with no fingernails. The one you did scry the soul on.
Just out of nowhere, I just say, but why?
You know you want to do it.
I don't know.
Alright, perhaps we should leave this place. Regency Park it is, then, yes?
Yeah, we need to find this Dr. Timothy fellow.
Should we bring these ones with us? Let them wait in the carriage and we drop them off with the primogen after? Or before, even?
I look back at that guy. Do you all want to go with us? I say out loud.
No.
I guess they want to stay here.
What do you want to do? Do you want to stay here then?
It's safer here.
Safer than what?
The jihad.
You'd rather be tortured than participate in politics.
Yes.
I get
I
that.
don't blame them.
You know what? Can I stay?
He'll try to shuffle over a bit. Pat the stone floor
I
next
start
to
to
him.
climb up in the bed.
No, Alistair, it's too late for you. You're stuck in all this.
Would you like me to hurt Dr. Timothy? I asked the guy.
He doesn't deserve that.
Ooh, what if we cut his fingers off?
What would you do with them after?
I don't know. Put him on a necklace? Oh no, you know what? I look at Aldrich. Could we pull the bones out and put them over, we could give them to the people that need them most, that have bony fingers. Like gloves.
I will put that on the list.
I just saw Serena and she was missing part of her jaw, and I was thinking, what if there was something we could put there?
Well, I thought about that, actually, applying my gifts for the greater good, but, people found out I can do that. It seems like that would be quite bad for me. So for now, I need to work quietly. So a time comes where I can share my gifts with more people.
Yes, that would be wonderful when we got to that point. Perhaps you could even assist Thurston.
I'm not quite there yet, but maybe one day.
That's Thurston?
Yeah, he's...
We
Yeah,
had tea with him, didn't we?
yeah,
That was nice.
that was nice.
I've just been having this weird staring contest with the guy behind the slit in the door. I'm sorry, what? I don't remember much of the tea. I don't remember these people being there, Alistair.
I don't either, but ever since the sheriff said that there was like a thing, I don't know.
What you call it, the network?
Sure. I thought you guys had the network, though.
A different kind of network. Yours seems more wireless.
Yeah, I think I've heard when we die, we get sucked into it.
That's
Interesting.
More of us there are, the wider the network. The hope is we dilute it enough, and he won't come back.
I'm just not gonna ask who.
I look at Alder. Can we take one home so I have a friend?
One. And that's it.
I go to the one room where the guy's peeking out the window. Do you want to go with us?
We could go
The
with
one
you,
Thurston's at. Huh?
but we don't want to. But we could. Again.
How about this? We're going to leave all the doors open. Anyone who wants to leave and go do whatever they want to do is free to do so. If you'd like to stay, and do that. If you would like help, we will help you. If you want to just fuck off and find something else somewhere far away, best of luck.
Hey, Aldrich, what are we going to do if we get caught walking out of here?
Either we.
Is there an escape door around here? Is there an exit door? Do you all know?
That's only the way we came in.
Was
Is that the way that
elevator?
he leaves all the time?
The elevator.
Yeah.
Use the elevator, and if there's trouble, we'll do what we always do and punch my way out of it.
Really should learn what the sheriff did, where she just told everybody to shut up.
That was useful. I'm gonna go hit the call button for the elevator.
As you're walking away from the 4 cells, leaving the doors open, you just hear all 4 of them shout in unison, "Close the bloody doors!" And ignore them and carry on your way back to the elevator, calling it back down, and each get inside the iron contraption that makes its way back up, and are greeted by Nurse Ratchet, who is still standing at the elevator shaft. She opens the door for you. She looks slightly confused, but she knows better than to question 4 men who have just come out of the deep wards, and allows you to leave, exiting out into the carriage for the night. And that's where we'll take a break. We shall be right back.
Questions, and you all can be around invisible. Then when things inevitably go bad, we maybe have the element of surprise.
Well,
Or do we want to
which
just
is-
go as we are and talk business?
I mean, we aren't supposed to hurt the guy, so I guess going in politely would be the best choice of action.
Right. Well, hopefully more of us than him, so should get the idea.
Mm.
Let's be proper about it. Alistair, this is for your Primogen. I think you should do the talking. And I'll knock on the door.
The door slowly creaks open, and before the coterie is a modest reception room with black and white diamond-shaped tiles. A still and silent grandfather clock rests upon the side of the wall, and large portraits with gold leaf frames hang around them, most of which are subjects of which they don't recognize. With the odd exception of Sri Sansa and Edward Brainbridge, emanating from the wall's corners and coming together in the exact centre of the room is a pentacle, inside the middle of which is a reception area. Resting on the table is a large closed book and a brass bell.
Alright, this is the Chantry proper.
Is there anybody standing at the front?
No one. Just you.
I go up and spam the fuck out of the bell.
Fuck all happens.
Well, while we're here, also, the Sansa characters on our list. We could maybe inquire if it's convenient. Although, it doesn't seem like anyone's fucking here.
You would think there'd at least be a ghoul or somebody present.
Let's look around. right? And there's certainly somewhere where shouldn't it be, and there'll be someone there to stop us, right?
Yes, I would think so. I mean, if the place is left unlocked, then we should be able to explore until someone tells us otherwise.
And there's no signs of like a struggle or something bad happening here since the door was open and doesn't look like there was like a recent break-in or okay.
Nope.
Interesting. Right. Oh, they left in a real hurry. But it doesn't seem abandoned, does it?
It's in immaculate condition.
Odd.
Yes.
Alright, let's just go. Oh, yeah.
I use Sense the Unseen.
Cast Sense the Unseen for me, please.
Wrong tab, wrong tab, wrong tab.
Then
It's a rouse check, right?
Don't think so. No.
Oh, it's free. Okay, cool.
Sticking with it? Or would you like to get rid of the messy?
Yeah, I'll roll 3. I'll re-roll that 0, and 2 of the bad ones. One, 2.
You're overwhelmed by the amount of thaumaturgy that surrounds the place. However, as you look around, you finally draw your attention to the book and notice the words written upon it, which I wish I could find myself. On every single page is the phrase, "Ring bell for attention, 1 drop for each to enter."
I did ring the bell, I say out loud.
Very loudly, yes.
Oh, sorry. The book says to ring the bell and then 1 drop for each entry.
Near where the book is at, is there like a goblet or cup of some kind?
Nope.
You don't see anything where we should that's designed to receive our blood, do you? Maybe we just prick our fingers and ring the bell that way.
Perhaps.
Thurston, try it out. See if it responds at all.
Alright. I'll bite my finger.
Rouse check for me, please.
Okay.
Wonderful. I'm ringing the bell.
Cool. Yeah.
Thurston takes his bloodied hand and rings the bell. The bell echoes through the room, and Thurston disapparates in front of the coterie.
One problem solved.
Do we leave now?
End the campaign. I'm gonna look closely at the bell. Did something happen with the blood? Because for obvious reasons, Aldrich is not comfortable with the Tremere having his blood. But if it's something where it's just like activating an effect, maybe he'll do it.
Do intelligence investigation or wits and awareness, whichever you prefer. Or intelligence and awareness.
Probably all bad.
Or you can bribe me with a Galston Street gummy.
Let's rouse and give it a shot.
This isn't going to be too difficult.
I got 1 dice, so hedge my bets here. You said wits or intelligence?
Correct.
Okay, well, I can get more dice.
I fleshcraft more brain neurons onto my brain.
If only.
Would
There's
you
one.
like success at cost?
Ooh. No, I have a bunch of willpower. I'm going to spend one.
There you
Two
go.
successes.
You inspect the bell, and to your surprise, you notice that considering how much blood Thurston had upon his hand, the bell seems completely bereft of any bloodstains whatsoever.
Yeah, we'll just go for it then. Bite his finger, hit the bell.
Rouse check for me, please. Excellent. And as you ring the bell, you too disapparate in front of the remainder of the coterie.
I will follow suit, and thrice I will ring the bell with some blood.
Rouse check for me, please. Wonderful. And before you can strike the bell a second time, you disappear away, leaving Alistair alone in the reception hall.
Okay, while I'm alone, why do you keep asking me to kill people? Oh, now you want to be quiet.
Well, it's meant to have worked.
Well, I would appreciate it if you just
You
stop
know
saying
you want
it.
to do it.
No. Keep your mouth shut. I bite my finger, weirdo, and then ring the bell.
Rouse check for me, please. Wonderful. You disappear from the main reception area and appear with the rest of the coterie, and find yourselves collected together once more in what appears to be a room completely made of uncut stone. Jagged pieces of rock jut out from the outcrops before you. Simple, broken, flattened stones, seemingly worn and smoothed by constant use, make up the floor, and carved out of the stone area are 3 doors before you. Each one has a painted wooden door carved out over the stone, with a wooden sign above each one.
It should took you time. You should took your time following suit. I was beginning to worry.
Sorry, I had to have a talk with somebody.
Good to know.
Only you can hear me. Don't worry.
I know I'm the only person that can hear you. Stop, I said.
At least I know you're not the only one like this, so it's not as weird.
This isn't a normal voice in my head. It's annoying.
Right. Where to next, leader?
Do we see people here? Have you all seen anybody? You were here before I was.
I've been waiting for you.
Well, that's inconvenient. Way to waste our time. I walk forward into the next room.
I mean, there's 3 doors.
I knock on the... Is it 2 doors on one side and 1 door on the other side? Or
All
1,
3
1,
straight in front
1?
of you. A vermilion door,
Oh.
a blue door, and a purple door.
I go to the blue door.
Would you like to
And
know what
knock.
the sign above it says?
Oh, if there's a sign, sure.
There's a sign over each one.
And they say,
Ah!
Sorry, I had a kid. I sent the
The
kid away.
vermilion door has the phrase, "Keep the wolf from the door" over it. The blue door has the phrase, "False door" over it. The purple door has the phrase, "Who's there" written above it. None of the
Each-
doors have a doorknob.
Each one of those were pretentiously read out loud, specifically to Alistair by Thurston.
Okay, which one is it?
Can I have that one more time? We need to make a note.
The vermilion door has the phrase, "Keep the wolf from the door" above it.
Okay.
The blue door has the phrase, "False door" over it.
Okay.
The purple door has the phrase, "Who's there?" written above it. None of them have doorknobs.
I believe these are written in Malkavian. Does it make sense to you, Alistair? I know you can't
No.
read, but maybe this? No? Alright.
No, I don't do riddles. Although that one over there, just yell knock knock at it.
Why would you? I walk over to the one that says "Who's there," and I physically knock on it.
It just says, "Who's there?"
The door says "Who's there."
You just hear a voice.
Right. I'm just making sure I'm hearing a voice. Yeah. Thurston?
Thurston who?
Synth of Clan Nosferatu.
And nothing happens.
How rude.
You got a response.
I'm gonna go and knock on the purple door.
Yep. It says, "Who's there?"
The wolf.
Say the wolf or the wolf?
The wolf.
Okay.
It's got a
Wolf
beard.
who?
It's hard to talk.
The wolf to keep away from the other door.
Good enough.
Oh, what?
The door opens and leads into another stone corridor with a door at the end.
I thought this was a Tremere thing, not a Malkavian thing.
Well, to be fair, I really don't know.
I suppose I will seed through the door.
Everyone in tow or just you?
Yeah, we go
Well,
on through.
I'm gonna follow him, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The coterie proceeds straight onwards, and it seems as if they are... Ah, yes. It seems as if they are on the streets of London's upper market West End, as extremely well-dressed men populate the streets and wander in and out of upmarket shops, and enter decadent, luxurious carriages. One of the men approaches the coterie, as more and more of the extremely wealthy aristocrats begin to surround them. The well-dressed man addresses Aldrich directly. "What kind of poverty-stricken wretch are you? I'm surprised your master allows you out in public," and gestures to Thurston.
I look down at myself. Am I dressed differently?
"Yes. Your clothes have changed to dirty and torn rags, and your pockets are empty." Question.
Like this one bit.
As soon as the guy mentions a master and points at me, I look down at my hands to see if they're still Nosferatu-y.
They are moist and Nosferatu-y.
Okay. Am I still wearing the same clothes?
Yes.
Oh.
You are clearly no man of breeding or wealth. Have you no shame, sir? Go back to the slums like the vagrant you are.
Who might I ask are you?
You may not ask such a thing of me. You are in no position to be asking anything of a gentleman. You have no property, no assets. You should go back to the gutter you crawled out from and just die. Remove yourself from the human race and do us all a favor.
All right. I don't like having people talk to my associates that way.
Associate,
please.
you shouldn't bring your property out onto this part of London. It's offensive, sir.
This individual is seeming to be quite offensive.
Sir, we are all offended by this creature's presence.
I was referring to you.
To me specifically, when we are all is offended? I am merely the one who has enough guts to talk.
Oh, no. You misunderstand me. I find you far more offensive than anyone else in this company.
Manipulation and intimidation, please.
Ooh, I think I... Oh, okay. Never mind. I had a specialty key, but that's only for intent. So manipulation and... It's not coming up. Hold on.
Could be the
Oh, there it
API
is.
being a bit dodgy.
No, it just got behind it. Got it.
No,
I might do
fine.
willpower.
That's fine.
Oh, it's fine? Okay.
The man staggers back slightly, but steels himself and carries on his verbal assault directly at Aldrich. Is this the kind of gentleman you are? You have others stick up for you?
What is behind us? Did we step out of a house or an alleyway or?
As far as you can see in all of your surroundings, you are in the West End.
So we were just on the street. Is there an alleyway nearby then? I assume.
Yeah.
Immediately, I'm just going to reach out with my hand just covering his mouth and nose so he can't make any noises and see if I can't just drag him into an alley then.
That'll be free. And as you drag your body and his into the alleyway, you find you are surrounded once more by more aristocratic gentlemen, either end of the alleyway, all demeaning you. How weak you are, sir, that you can't even fight with words.
It's real. I'm gonna squeeze. I can feel this person, right?
Yeah. You can feel him.
Going to. I'll just. I guess. I mean, everyone's, and it seems like they just sort of popped out of wherever, right? Gonna pull the man's arm up and bite it. See if I get anything.
Yeah, free action, but you'll notice that the veins are strangely empty. And even as you are biting down on him, the man is still giving off scolding remarks.
Yeah, I'll just sort of discard the burrs, kind of toss him, push him away from me. This isn't real. I don't know what this is, and I don't care for it.
Composure and resolve, please.
Great.
You'll notice that several members of the crowd that were once there seem to have disapparated, leaving you with hardly anyone left, but still enough there, and all yelling demeaning things about you. Your raggedy clothes, your lack of possessions, your place below even the bottom rung of society.
Aldrich, given your past that you shared with us, whatever this is, I believe might be trying to point out that, while I don't agree, you are a wolf in sheep's clothing. It's trying to point out what you normally try to hide.
Is that the door we went through? The wolf door?
You went through the purple knock-knock door.
So I thought. You might be correct, Thurston, but the result is the same. I do not care for it, and I would like to be rid of this place sooner than later. And I don't see a way of doing so, and I'm getting angrier by the moment.
And we would like to be rid of your presence, sir. You make even the gutters look clean in comparison.
No one cares what you think.
I walk up to one of them and look up. Hi, I'm Alistair.
You fight like a dairy farmer. No, you fight like a cow.
I'm not good with jokes. Can we dumb it down a bit?
I'm not sure we could ever dumb it down to a level that creature with you could understand.
That's fine. If you would kindly point us in the correct direction, we could take him away from here.
The only way we want him to leave here is if he is dead, sir. Destroyed. Removed from our sight.
Why?
Because his very presence, his existence, is offensive. The poor
Yeah,
should
but
not be
your
allowed in this
existence
part
is
of the city.
offensive.
That's good enough for me. Do manipulation and intimidation, or would you prefer composure and resolve?
Composure and resolve.
Composure and resolve for me, please. Fine. Fine! The rest of the crowd disappear, leaving the man before you. He looks around. I pray your forgiveness, sir. It was a case of mistaken identity. And he tips his hat, apologizing as he turns around and walks away. Aldrich notices his clothes have returned to normal. The coterie walk onwards, with Alistair taking the lead, almost as if possessed, and picks out what seems to be a random shop door, leading the coterie through and into the back of a courtroom. Setting is totally unfamiliar to all but one of the coterie, Inspector Grey, who recognizes the man standing in the dock. The man was someone who Grey had spent months and months chasing and investigating, trying to catch the man, as Grey knew he was responsible for murdering women and children that he sought employment with. The assembled crowd of witnesses among the coterie are exactly as Grey remembers them from that fateful day. Is there anything you would like to discuss before I proceed?
This seems to be some sort of courtroom or trial from the past.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
That's Inspector Obvious.
Right.
I'll proceed.
What are the people here?
I imagine this is all illusory. We'll have to see what test or challenge is next.
The judge presiding over the case calls for silence in the court as he prepares to render his verdict. He announces to the court the verdict of not guilty, citing falsified evidence planted there by none other than Inspector Gray. Inspector Gray, Fury Frenzy check for me, please. Difficulty 3.
When he says it, I stand up. I object! I really do.
Inspector Gray, upon hearing this not guilty verdict, despite knowing the man is guilty in this miscarriage of justice, allows his beast to swim to the surface, taking him over. While you are in frenzy, you remain immune to any health-based penalties, short of mutilation. You can only cast physical disciplines. You have 3 extra bonus dice added to your resistant pools for mental disciplines. And you are driven by your beast to destroy that which has provoked your frenzy.
Okay. I will stand up and yell, "What the hell do you mean not guilty? This man is a murderer. He's murdered he's murdered women and children. There's no falsified evidence."
You'll notice that various peelers are starting to circle you, walking in, batons in hand, and prepared to strike you.
What did this criminal do to get you to declare him not guilty? Did he bribe you, Judge?
There is no bribery in this court, the same way that falsified evidence is inadmissible.
But surely the court needs to acknowledge the fact that this man is a murderer.
The court will do no such thing. All evidence has been rendered null and void, as it is from your hand, and has thus been proven to be false. Your attempts to miscarry justice will not be successful in this court or any other court in this land.
This is a miscarriage of justice. What facts do you have that my valid evidence is falsified?
This court does not answer to someone as lowly as you, Inspector Obvious.
And the I'm frenzying, so justice will be served tonight. I guess I will charge at the criminal.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm frenzying, so I'm not going to do anything rational, I mean.
That's more like it. Strength roll.
Okay.
As he begins to charge, I just lean over to Aldrich. Well, I really hope this isn't real.
I start banging on anything wood, just going, "Order in the court!" the whole time this is going on. I demand order. Just making more fucking chaos.
Inspector Gray launches across the courtroom, diving at the accused in the dock, ripping it to pieces, pulling him down to the ground. How would you like to proceed?
I'm going to try to be, I'm going to yell, "I am the law," and then I'm going to just try to crush its skull.
Oh my god! Objection!
Strength
I
brawl.
demand order.
I love how you're knocking on there, as if that's anything. That's the best bit.
Oh, I need to roll.
Yes, please, strength brawl.
Sorry, I
To
missed.
squash the offender's head like an egg under your touch, and pieces of skull, bone, and brain matter explode over the floor. As you look around, you notice the judge has faded away, and all the peelers have also disapparated, leaving you alone with the coterie. Do a frenzy check again for me, please. This time difficulty 2.
Okay.
Inspector Gray is covered in more brain matter and skull than Jackie Kennedy. After you...
Damn.
What, too soon?
I was thinking of saying too soon.
After the man's head is destroyed in your grip, the beast inside of you is quelled and calm. You gather your senses and look around, no longer under the influence of the beast inside of you. Is there anything you wish to discuss before moving on?
Well, I apologize. I seem to have lost my temper, but at least justice was served.
Is that what you did in, like, when you were really a... I look over at Aldrich. You said you think I was bad.
Yeah, is that how you inspected back in the day? You yelled, "I am the law." Did you actually have a
That was the best
license, or
part.
did you think just declaring that made it so?
No. That was after my days of being. That was after I became an Assamite. After I retired from the force, I had to. I had to seek justice when justice failed.
Now, Inspector, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you claim earlier tonight that your violent tendencies were being worked on?
Yes, and I believe I've made progress.
Right, and he kind of brushes a bit of brain matter off your shoulder.
I tasted it.
Only the guilty party was attacked, no one else. And surely the murder is much more severe a crime warranting violence than theft.
Well then, job well done, I suppose. This place seems to have a unique way of hitting us where it hurts, we'll say. I fear what lies ahead. Glance at Alistair and Thurston. Alright, onward.
Thrift stores, I wonder. Who are they for?
Alistair once again takes the lead, exiting the court through the only door remaining at the back that is meant to lead to the judge's quarters, opening the door and awaiting the rest of the coterie to walk through, leading them into the next room. They walk through and find themselves collected together in what appears to be a backstage area. From the sidelines, they can see directly onto the stage as a fairly average male singer attempts to woo the crowd with his particular slightly off-key brand of crooning. From behind the Coven of Undead, a stage manager approaches them. "Ah! Mr. Simph, are you ready to perform? we've been looking forward to you. There are many important people here, people that could really make you famous and give your amazing talent a surefire thing to be a hit. And as you look down,
I'm sorry.
hang on, as you look down, you'll notice that your clothes have changed to that of bright and red striped colours, complete with small jangling bells.
I'm sorry. Go back to the beginning of that. Did you say perform?
That's correct, Mr. Simph. You're here to ply your unique comedic stylings.
Comedic?
Yes, of course. As far as I understand, there's nothing more you love than people just laughing at you. I mean, I myself, and I must admit, sir, I am myself stifling a giggle or two looking upon you.
I get that a lot. Now,
Go over to
where
Aldrich.
should I...
I could have swore he was thinking of Eveline, but never mind.
Now, forgive me, I'm a little turned around. Where is it I need to be going?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It is time for you and your jocular experiences. Please, wait here and we'll usher you onto the stage as soon as possible. And the man's
Right.
crooning has faded away as you hear the stage manager introduce the not world-famous but soon-to-be comedic stylings of Thurston Simph, and you are pushed onto the stage. As the spotlight highlights you in front of hundreds of people, the laughing immediately starts, pointing, laughing, in a way that you have been humiliated like never before. You are immediately struck by a mocking laughter. Fury Frenzy check at difficulty 3, please.
You know, Aldrich, if we get this theater, he could open up for Miss Eveline, and we could get him his own band and call it the Symphony.
That's actually genius, Alistair. I think Eveline would love that as well.
Or we
I
could
just
call his
worry
band
that she
the
might
Symphonies.
be upstaged. I think he might be really good at this.
Yeah. Kind of cute,
Moments
too.
you wish you had before you wrote the scene.
the Symphony.
That is genius. That's almost as funny as Thurston in a jester suit.
Yeah, I kind of stumbled onto the center of the stage, and as I come to a rest, the jingles kind of slowly fading away. I just stand there and I look out in the crowd and I go, "All right, get on with it."
Tell us a joke. Do a dance.
Fuck you.
Composure and
And I
resolve,
j-
please. Just for fuck you, you're getting composure and resolve.
That's my favorite thing when somebody yells something from the crowd and the guy just responds, "Fuck you."
You'll
I could have
notice.
added a plus. Could have added a +1 for my public speaking skill.
You notice that a rough third of the crowd have disapparated before you, but there are still jeers and mocking laughter pointed at you. Do something! And a rotten tomato
I
is
am.
thrown at you. Dexterity and athletics, please.
Can I? Will it change the roll if I try and catch it?
No, it'll still be dex and athletics.
Okay. Just check.
I mean, would you prefer to catch or would you prefer to dodge?
I would prefer to catch.
Thurston skillfully, gently, takes the rotten soft fruit, because it's a fucking fruit, out of the air and catches it in his hand.
I use the momentum to spin around and throw it back in the crowd.
Dex and athletics, please. Aiming at anyone in particular?
No.
No? You'll notice that another third of the crowd has disappeared.
Yeah, I'll willpower reroll 3 of those. Oh, that was the wrong button. That was the wrong button.
Would you like
Do we need to
success at
tell you where
cast?
this button is?
Apparently. Yeah, sure, why not?
Thurston throws the fruit back into the crowd, hitting someone square in the face. The remainder of the crowd turn around, point, and direct their laughter and mocking insults at that member of the crowd, and slowly they fade away. Thurston feels the beast inside of him, desperately trying to scream up and take forefront and control of him. He wills it down, but notices as he does so, he has to expend more vitae than he expected. Increase your hunger by 1, please.
Is there still anybody left in the crowd?
Everyone has gone,
Oh, shit. Never mind. I wouldn't have been able to do what I wanted to anyway.
and the rest of the coterie walk onto the stage with you, and notice that your clothes have returned to normal. Both side stages now contain brick walls, and the only thing visible is a door at the back wall marked exit.
I do that. I dust my hands off, which sounds wet. Well, that was easier than expected. What next?
I think it's my turn.
This should be
Just
fast.
full warning. It might be gruesome. Probably not, though. It wouldn't be that friendly to me.
Alistair once more takes charge, excited by the prospect of more rooms, and practically skips through the exit with the coterie in tow. They proceed along a cut stone corridor, wide enough for them to walk 2 by 2, as their footsteps echo, but seem muffled for some inexplicable reason. Is there anything you wish to discuss as you venture forth?
I start whistling Ring Around the Rosie.
Alistair, I don't normally stop you when you do things like this, but I don't think now's the time. Especially for that song.
Look, just so you weren't prepared for your moment doesn't mean I can't be prepared for mine.
Fair?
Eventually, the coterie come to a closed door, inscribed with the Malkavian clan symbol and the Tremere clan symbol inside of it. The door has a wooden sign on top that simply says, "Push."
I push it.
Nothing happens.
Well, this is it. We gotta go back the other way. Turn and walk the other way. Does it have a doorknob?
It has a doorknob, yeah.
I stop. I go back and turn the doorknob and push it open.
Doesn't open.
Does the doorknob turn?
Doorknob
Or is it
turns.
locked?
If this is anything like you, Alistair, you probably have to do the opposite of what it wants, or what would make sense in this moment. I might actually.
Pull it.
Door opens easily.
I hate that I knew that by spending time with you.
To be completely honest, I think I was waiting to see how long it took him to figure it out.
That's really genius. We should do that to our door. Nobody would ever come in. I say out loud, "And Damian, can you do that to my door in my room?"
Yes.
The Chantry enter inside of a strangely decorated circular room. The walls have not only been smoothed over, but pasted upon them is decadent deep red wallpaper. Stuffed animals, a wooden globe, and filled bookshelves alongside thick oak tables with lambecs and other scientific equipment upon them fill the room. In the centre of the opulent chantry is a rosewood coffee table surrounded by leather chairs. Standing among the chairs is a man wearing a long robe, adorned with various strange occult symbols along the black collar of his silk black and dark red robe. Greetings, Childer.
Dr. Timothy?
No. Dr. Timothy?
Yeah?
Welcome back, Doctor. Please, take a seat.
Go right in character. Thank you. Do you have tea?
Tea? Ah, to read the tea leaves, I assume.
Yes.
Of course, of course. I shall prepare and bring it. Wait here. Those others with you? Can you see them too?
Look like? What do they look like?
One of them kind of looks like a bear's cloaca.
Oh, yes, those are my friends.
Oh, they're real.
Yeah, why wouldn't they be?
Why would they be?
Because they're my friends.
Isn't that more reason to think they might not be real?
I look at Thurston. I look back at the sky. I look at Thurston. That's a really good question. I probably need to talk to them about this.
You do that. I'll prepare the tea.
I assure you, I am real, and it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pinch yourself.
I will pinch.
He must be real. And he'll wander along to the side of the room, and you'll hear the sound of boiling water as he prepares a cup of tea.
I look at Aldrich and just shrug.
He puts it on a coffee table in front of you.
Is it cool?
Are you going to drink it?
I could if you want me to.
Please do. I can't myself anymore, but I do so enjoy the pleasure.
I pick up the cup and then I questionably put up the pinky just to see if he's accepting of it.
He's in awe of you drinking this tea.
I sip it very slowly.
So,
Make the noise.
Dr. Timothy, I must ask you, why did you come the long way round and not just take the stairs? And he gestures to a large painting that depicts a staircase hanging on the wall.
Change the scenery?
That sounds perfectly illogical and completely unreasonable. Makes sense.
I like to change it up. If you expect me to come a certain way, then you're always looking for me.
Not only that, but if you go the unexpected way, it's much harder for the voices to chase you, because they don't know.
That's very true. And if you tell them you're going to go a certain way and then go the other way...
You know, Dr. Timothy, I thought you wore glasses.
I do. I forgot them.
But how did you see without them?
I have friends.
Ah. So, what's on the agenda for tonight?
I look at everybody like shifty-eyed. I was hoping you would tell me that. I
It's
just
your
got done
Dr.
at the
Timothy.
asylum.
Did you find any new recruits? I have to say, it's getting awfully lonely being the only one. Although you're never alone when you're Malkavian. But seriously, though, I am quite lonely.
No, I didn't find a recruit. In fact, the 3 there didn't want to come along.
That is a tragedy. Have they shown any aptitude for your tests?
Define aptitude.
Success?
Obviously not. You're the only one here.
Sorry, that's Inspector Obvious, not me.
I don't know where to go with this.
Are you sure you're Dr. Timothy?
Yes. No. Yes.
But I thought you said that you would only come when I died. Oh, I shouldn't have said that. Am I dead?
Check your pulse.
Don't have one.
You're dead.
But this wasn't what you agreed to. Is something strange going on here?
I knock over the teacup, get up, and bolt and run behind Aldrich. I don't know where to go from here. I wasn't prepared for this.
Something strange.
Well, you could try the truth. This man is not Dr. Timothy. We were actually looking for Dr. Timothy. Do you know where we could find him?
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. No, Dr. Timothy will only come if I die. I've really got to stop saying that.
And who are you?
Gerard. John Gerard.
Why will he only come if you die?
I don't know. I'm not Dr. Timothy. Maybe he doesn't want the place to be alone. Do places get alone?
Are you kindred?
Yes. How else could I have gotten here? Did you not see the bell?
He can't drink tea.
Oh, so you're trapped. Are you trapped here? Can you get out? The stairs. When you say
Yes,
take the stairs,
Yeah, just take the stairs.
the picture.
That would be silly. Picture and stairs are not the same thing.
Are we all in agreement to kill this individual, as it seems that's the only
No.
Yes!
information we've received that might allow us to proceed? Wait, why the no?
I don't know.
I don't know. Although this part is your... Yeah, I think you should maybe do it.
Hey, what's your name?
Gerard! John
Hey.
Gerard.
Gerard, are you the reason that we can't see Dr. Timothy?
Probably. He keeps saying that the only way he'll come here is if I... Why have I said that again?
I look at Aldrich. Well, they did say that we could get rid of anything in our way. Is there a fire poker around? Like a fireplace poker?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I pick it up and just try to stab the guy.
Strength melee. Actually, no, yeah, strength melee. Would you like success at cost?
No.
Alistair attempts
On guard!
to thrust the fire poker straight through Gerard's eye and misses. Excellent thrust. Terrible aim,
That's not my
but an
forte.
excellent thrust.
Here, you try it, and I hand it to him.
I'll do this for you. You're in charge. I'll get my hands dirty, and I am very thirsty. I would like to bite this individual.
Feeding roll for me, please. Oh, you better believe that's a success. Draining. He is kindred, so there's no downside whatsoever.
Trying to think of what Aldrich knows about. He knows you can learn things from eating vampires. I don't think he knows anything about the risks of diablerie.
I mean, for 5 successes, you're not going to diablerize.
Okay, they're good. We'll
Yeah,
just.
I would have said that you started to diablerize on a messy crit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, because he wants to die, so he'll drink enough to kill him, but. Okay.
You extend your fangs and sink them into the man's flesh. And as you hear the slurping of blood, you just hear the man letting out, "Oh, oh," and you drain him, leaving the desiccated corpse to drop to the floor that you discard with disdain. You may slake 5 hunger, and you take no humanity stains.
All right.
Dr. Timothy slowly appears in the Chantry, apparating into solidness. You're unable to place exactly where he appeared from or how, and he stands with his arms open, in his tweed suit and bespectacled face. Finally, they send someone. I knew this day would come. Who are you?
I give a little pat on the back of Alistair and kind of shove him towards the front.
Hi, I'm Alistair.
Yes. Yes, you are. I recognize your voice. Did Mithras send you? Did Lady Anne?
No. I don't feel like you'd be standing here if they sent us.
I feel as if you wouldn't be standing here as if they sent you.
That's a really good point.
One of them.
No.
One of them. Both of them. All of them are afraid of our work here. Lady Anne wants to keep the secrets of blood magic to the Tremere, and probably herself and the prince. They know not what power we can unleash with it. They fear that if our seers combine with blood sorcery, we shall see all their illusions and tricks. Is that what a god does? Fear?
But you torture other of us.
Can't break an omelette without making... No, you can't make an omelette without breaking some eggs.
But do they know that's how you're doing it?
They know it is for the good of the clan. I can't just accept anyone willy-nilly. They have to show a talent, a penchant, if you will, for this kind of work. I was given a very specific task.
Well, I mean, I was told to bring you back.
Wait. You with the face that looks like a bird's foot after it's been run over by a horse. Could you move slightly to the right, please?
I shuffle to the right a slight
Thank
bit.
you. So what? You are sent to bring me in where? Why? What's going on?
Don't know. I was told to come rescue you and bring you back to the Malkavian Primogen.
Rescue me? Why rescue me? From what? What do you know? What's going to happen?
I know if you want to live, you have to come with me. I changed the words around a little bit so we didn't get a copyright strike. Come with me, you want to live.
How do I know I can trust you?
Because we didn't already kill you?
That could all just be part of the plan to make me trust you.
That's a really good point. How do I make him trust us?
Yeah, how does he make me trust you?
Oh, you're talking to us now.
Yeah, we're both like looking at you.
I don't know. So you have your ways.
No, but he makes a really good point. Like, why would he trust us?
Because we just saved him.
Did we save you?
Did you save me? Save me from what? Was I in
Where were you
danger?
at before you
Yeah,
appeared?
what
was
are you
here.
doing here? Doing what?
I am doing first groundbreaking work in the Tremere. No, which one are we? Malkavian line. I'm unlocking the secrets of blood sorcery, not just for us. Probably just for us. But I'm unlocking the secrets of blood sorcery.
I don't think we're supposed to do that. We'd get in trouble,
Why?
and then they would kill us all.
Only if they found out.
Well, I mean,
All right, well, come help us, and we won't tell anyone.
yeah, and like, we found out.
All right.
Like, we found your thing at the asylum. I wasn't
What?
told to go look in the asylum.
What do you think about this, Inspector Obvious? And as he says that, he casts Dementation
On Inspector Obvious?
on Inspector Obvious.
Why? He didn't do anything.
It's a prank, bruh.
It is.
I resist that with what roll?
Composure and intelligence.
Composure and intelligence,
Composure and.
which is really hard for a lot of people.
And he got a crit. Okay, I will rouse the blood. I can't rouse the blood for that, can I?
Yeah, of course you can. Of course you
Oh,
can.
I can? Okay. Okay, so that'll give me, what, a +2, I think?
Yep. Blood potency 1 is +2.
And, okay, can I willpower reroll 3 of those?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, dice. Thanks.
That'll be 3 superficial willpower damage. We'll
Oof.
halve it,
It
but round
does.
it up to 2.
Is it obvious to the rest of us that he
What
did
willpower does that
something?
leave you at, Inspector Gray?
Did you say 2 willpower damage or 3 will?
2 superficial.
2. Okay, yeah. So that's counting the willpower I spent. That brings me down to 3 will.
I wouldn't say it'd be necessarily obvious, but he probably, looks a little bit like paints with potatoes kind of thing.
I'm sorry. What's going on?
The doctor here was just about to leave with us, weren't you?
And he's going to cast Rationalize on Inspector Gray and say, Inspector Obvious, assist me with this. I'm not sure I want to leave.
Oh, holy crap!
That isn't even. He's not even got an especially big dice pool. That's just a lot of crits.
Yeah, double quick. Okay, what do I roll to resist this, or is there?
Doesn't matter.
No, there's not. Okay, well, I mean, I won't be able to beat it anyway.
Yeah.
So just okay. I won't bother.
Yeah.
rolling.
This is a command, so it's not like you'll be saving willpower by.
Okay, gotcha.
And it's with Rationalize as well. So as far as you're concerned, it's of your own volition.
Yeah. Oh, is that necessary, Aldrich? I don't see why he would need to come with us.
What?
Yeah, can't we protect? Like we our objective, our mission was to protect him. Can't we watch over
Right,
him? And protect him
we're
here?
not we're not to kill him, but we may need to put him in the torpor and deliver his.
Wait, what? You just
We can protect him here, can't we? We can
we
all
just
stay.
saw you go after what?
You can all move in here and we can have tea.
Aldrich is going to begin turning into his horde form.
But,
Oh, you've done it now.
okay. I like where this is going.
It will take a turn, but yeah, you can all see as Aldrich gets up and he'll take off his tie
So-
and just start letting his body just start going through his demonic transformation.
As he begins to transform, I'm just going to look at Dr. Timothy and go, we don't really like it when he does that kind of stuff to us. And I point at Alistair. And he especially gets angry about it. And you're not going to like him when he's angry.
Also, if you knew better, you would just do it to him. And I point to Thurston because he's not the type of person to just be like, let's leave somebody here.
Thurston, how do his trousers stay on and the same size when he's doing this demontation? Luck be a dice roll tonight.
What the fuck? Holy
It was
shit.
intelligence and composure, right?
Composure, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Never using physical dice again. Three.
That's what, 3?
Superficial willpower damage to Thurston.
All right. Is it obvious to me now that he's using demontation?
Oh yeah. I think that's going to be
Hey.
fair to say.
Yeah, I'll rouse the blood for this too. Hey, you stop that! And I'll cast demontation.
Okay.
Hey.
What was it? Composure and intelligence
Yeah.
with a +2
Oh,
modifier.
really? Way more dice than me. Holy shit. Go fuck yourself, Shiver.
Gets +2 bonus because of Unswayable Mind.
It's okay. It saves me willpower. I don't have to reroll anything.
A messy crit. So let's say he takes 3 willpower damage for his messy crit and some sort of psychic feedback resonance of Alistair. And by now, I think Hulkrick will be fully formed.
Getting hit by a car because you dodged the other car.
I mean,
Yeah, seeing there's all sorts of fuckery going on.
But
He's
so into it, he hurt himself.
Object's gonna go in, all limbs akimbo, and just start.
He said not to kill him.
He will let out a roar in acknowledgement.
Strength roll. And
I'm gonna rouse too.
Yeah, go on then. Gives him at least an excuse to dodge. And he sees these ginormous fists coming down directly on him. And he says, God, bloody hell, those are big. And is splattered.
Willpower too, because I don't want him to have any more turns if possible.
Oh yeah, that's going to plunge him into torpor from that, as he is unable to get out of the way, as he is just mesmerized by the size of these ginormous fists coming down upon him, slamming him with full force. And as you lift your Hawkeye's fists up, you see his dead body there in torpor. Probably with a smile on his corpse as well.
I'm not carrying him.
Logical. Bones cracking, mass regulating will begin going back. Because he's a lot more temperamental in that form, and we don't need that.
Walk up and kick the guy in like his hip. Asshole.
I think it was a willpower thing. Just difficulty. Never mind. I was going to have him just quickly come out of torpor and say, fuck you, and go back. But yeah. Failed. And the Coterie are left in the Chantry with the body of Dr. Timothy, who is deep in torpor.
Wait, is this ours now? This is really nice. We could live here.
Alright, sorry about that. I seem to be getting in our heads, and that's dangerous. He'll just pick up the body, put it over his shoulder. Oh, we're taking this to who? Your Primogen? Let's hope the Tremere let us walk out of here with him. I didn't think about that.
Wait, I'm not sure the Tremere want him. They probably wouldn't want him doing what he's doing.
That's true.
They're already in the shit, and if they know we're supposed to stop.
Right, yeah. He's a bit of a ticking time bomb.
Really good at what he does, too.
Yeah, it could have been dangerous. Oh, I hate everything about this place.
Agreed. I say we just head back to the house.
Right, the stairs. Where are the stairs?
Right there. I point at the painting.
Gonna go knock the painting down. Are there stairs behind it?
Oh, that's going to be a free action just doing that, yeah. You'll notice the
Okay.
painting drops off the wall and reveals a staircase that looks exactly the same as the portrait and leads straight up.
All right, this way.
The coteries' feet clank on the iron stairs as they make their way up the winding stairs and back into the reception area. Would you like to head straight out into the carriage?
Yeah, get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
I'll follow.
The Alice stairs, yes. That wasn't mine. That was a good one.
I know, it's funny. The symphony, they'll take the Alice stairs.
Looking for love in old Derek, wrong places? No.
Oh, God.
God.
Where would you like to head in the carriage?
The Malkavian Primogen, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
The carriage crosses the city and pulls up outside Malkavian Primoge's haven. Who is going in?
I'll go in.
I've honestly had enough knocks for tonight.
Yeah, I have as well, but... are you fine doing this on your own, Alistair? Do you need me to carry the
I'm
body?
not carrying the body, and I get out and skip through the door.
Oh, I knew that was coming. All right. I'll carry the body and head behind.
I won't let you be tortured alone. I'll go too.
All right, we're meeting a Primogen, meeting to Camorilla. Time for old Drake.
Inspector Obvious, are you going in or are you waiting in the carriage?
I suppose I will proceed with everyone else.
The coterie take the torpored body of Dr. Timothy inside and are quickly led back upstairs into the Malkavian Primogen's haven. You each see the same as before, with Riding Through the Glen playing. The shadowed figure behind the curtains starts to speak. Were you successful in your quest tonight?
I think so. And I point.
Excellent work. Excellent. This could have been disastrous for our clan. Lady Anne, yes.
There's 4 Malkavians at the asylum that have been tested on that are still there. They didn't want to leave.
I understand. We shall have them destroyed post-haste. You have done excellent work. You have perhaps saved many of us this night. Many of us that have been sanctioned to exist. We owe you a boon. Collectively. Leave the body here. We shall interrogate Dr. Timothy. Is there anything
He got
else
hit
you-
hard. It might take him a little bit to wake up.
I understand. Thank you.
I like what you did with the drapes.
They were a gift from Sri Sansa.
Ooh. I don't even know what that is. Thanks. Have a good night.
Any of the other coterie wish to address Malkavian Primogen?
No, I follow Alistair immediately.
I would, before he went, are you on good terms with Mr. Sansa?
Terms, I would say.
Perhaps I will discuss it with the coterie, but a use for a boon, would you be able to arrange a meeting with us and him?
I could do that in exchange for our boon.
And this is good to know. I will, as I said, discuss it with the others.
Of course.
Good
There
day.
is something about you.
No, there is not, and I'm leaving.
Okay. Okay. We'll
It
head
was a
back
pleasure
in.
to make you. Oh, it was a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'll give a quick.
Obviously it was. That's why they call you Inspector Obvious.
Indeed, that is why I got quite the reputation.
Have a pleasant evening. And heading back to the carriage, is there anything you wish to do before you call it a day? Or call it a night, I suppose. I'm sorry I made you wear the wig and accent for just such a brief amount of time.
No, I need to get in the mindset of switching. Right. We could use our boon unless there's a better reason you can think of for to meet with Sri Sansa. He's one of the people on the list. I assume we should go through and start eliminating possibilities.
I guess.
That's really clever. I also feel like he's a Primogen. He might be able to get us a meeting with the Seneschal too, who was also on the list.
Oh, that's a good point.
It would be nice if our boon was sufficient enough to secure a meeting with both.
Might be. Anyone in the actual hierarchy, I assume we can go to Elysium and do this or that to try to talk to them. Since Sri's outside of that, not sure how to get a hold of him as easily.
I'm also not sure that we're supposed to know about that list. That wasn't for us.
It's also true. Storyteller, do we... Again, my mind was a little blurry last time. Were we tasked with using the list? Or was it just something we were privy to that knowledge?
It would be, I mean, in Juliet's mind, it was considered your payment for assisting her with the psychophone.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's still technically a mission we're on, is solving the Amaranth thing. Okay. Got it. Okay.
I could always just look at them. We don't have to talk. That way we don't waste our time.
Right, that's actually a really good idea. That could be perfect. Now I don't know how they would be able to prove that you did something like that.
The problem would have to get them somewhere where I could do it. Can't use my powers in Elysium. Or their
Right.
haven.
Can't use them, or you can't get caught using them?
Yes. I can't quite do it and make you not know I did it.
I see.
Alistair, when you did it on me, I don't think I could tell. Nobody else really could tell either.
Problem is, nobody else was watching. And in that stupid place, you have the invisible lady always around.
And I suppose if someone is using Ausbucks to catch you using Ausbucks, then what if you both using disciplines in Elysium? Wouldn't they get in trouble by turning you in?
I feel like there's specific people that get to do that just so they can keep other people from doing that. Like the sheriff.
I believe you are correct, yes.
Alright, so the play might be to try to get meetings, and even if our meetings don't seem lucrative, you can be reading behind the lines, or between the lines, as it were.
I could try.
It's a
Always
very
something
good,
to keep in your front pocket.
right, very good option to have. I like that. Well, while we start putting things together for that, should we take care of the Inesca business?
Yes, sadly, I fear we may have to address that sooner rather than later.
Well, it's up to you. Is this something you feel would be easiest by your hand? Or would you rather not see something like that and have it taken care of for you?
Well, I don't know. On one hand, I feel it is, at least in part, my responsibility, certainly my responsibility. But on the other hand, I don't know if I
Well,
want to bear witness again.
Right, no, don't think of this as something that's a responsibility. I am offering my services if you want them. I just didn't know if you would feel better yourself, which option would you'd be able to sleep with. If you give me permission, no, it will be done. But if there's something you want, a final word, a dramatic kiss, and then a stake to the heart, I don't know. If not, just say you want the problem taken care of, and it will be taken care of. I promise not to make it painful.
Yes, I definitely want it to be quick and painless as much as possible, but I believe I bear a responsibility in the matter. I would like to secure your aid in the matter. I believe I should be present.
All right,
I fear
I will be at hand.
Yes, I feel it would be cowardly of me to wash my hands.
All right, you drive the stake in. I will do the rest.
Very well.
Has anyone got any last-minute things they wish to do before we end this week's episode? Excellent. Or should I say,
Excellent.
with that, we shall bring this week's London by Gaslight to an end. Aldrich, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I do things, I think. I'm Bully. I run games at Table Goth. You can check out our YouTube for vampire content if you're into that. If you're interested in Monster Hearts or Hades by Supergiant Games, on Tuesdays I run a combination of the two on our Twitch channel.
It's very good. It's very good. And
It's different.
Well, unlike me, you don't allow yourself to be trolled or distracted by the chat.
That's because I don't have the attention span to do that.
Well, I'm trying my best to troll you as best I can in the chat.
I read your trollings and appreciate them afterwards. I'll give you that. No, your trolling does not fall on deaf ears. And some of my players bring up, someone said this? And I'm like, I think I know who that was.
This pleases me.
I knew it would.
Excellent. Alistair, who is Inspector Grey? What does he do? Does he do things? Let's find out.
Do you do things? Did you do the thing? You had a week.
What thing?
He hasn't.
Fucking
Sorry.
disgrace and disappointment in this
I've
community.
been busy.
And that's what we want to see, is you getting busy.
Yeah.
Oh, the verify thing. No, I haven't verified it.
Light bulb.
At this time period, it's Gaslight.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Inspector Gray. Who is Alistair? What does he do? Does he do things? Let's find out.
Alistair is awesome. He's also known as Tina, and he plays VTM with us every Thursday, and might do other things too.
The Thurston Symphonic Orchestra. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I'm NitroTypeAt. You can find me practically anywhere at NitroTypeAt. I've been on the spree of finding cool art and retweeting it. So if you like cool art, come follow me.
And
What you do is not finding art.
What do you mean?
You're obsessing over mech porn. It's all over my Twitter.
Thank you.
No, well, some of it's art. Some of
We
it's
had this
actual
discussion
art.
the other day where he's like, "Oh, you don't know me, Shiver. You don't think I'm wanking over this. There's hardly anything on my Twitter about it." And it's like, the amount on there is like, that is a fetish.
I never said anything about it being on my Twitter.
And even though she's not physically here, we're bringing her in spirit. Of course, don't forget to check out Ms. Hartz's things as well, because she does graphic design over at gibopromo.com. This week, we have Star Trek Adventures. Nitro, what day is that for you? It's Sunday.
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 At
It's an hour earlier than
20
VTM.
yeah. That's what I'm searching for. Yep.
And hopefully we will see you there for that. It'll be fun. We've got a pretty filled cast for that one as well. I think that's everything. Is that everything? I'm pretty sure that's everything. But of course, we can't go until Alistair says the line.
Bye.
What enthusiasm. We shall go a raiding on Soul Citizens. Thank you all for coming.